Hey, here we have Evan Nguyen from Southern California, one of the OGs of the SoCal group. Thank you, Evan, for agreeing to be interviewed. I really appreciate that.
Thanks
Um,
for having me.
oh yeah, it's awesome. So, Evan, what we kind of know where you're at, but that's kind of what I asked first is like, so where are you from?
I'm from Irvine, California. So if you would imagine the most boring city on the planet, that would be Irvine.
Man, we might have to arm wrestle for that. I say it's Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah, but we know how to have fun in our places. So,
Yeah.
Evan, what is your running history like? When did you start running? How did you start running?
I started running maybe 4, 5 years ago as a group fundraiser. I think it was like a 5K or something. And I kind of picked it up from then. And yeah, I haven't looked back since.
Um, what? How many? This is a question that I'm curious about. So you've been running for about 4 to 5 years. How many are you up to a marathon? I know you're over the marathon. Like, what are the distances, and what's your favorite distance?
So I've done 5Ks. I've done a couple of 10Ks, and I've done a lot of half marathons. And I'm on a video interview. And so the last 2 years or so, I've done mostly full marathons,
Wow,
and I would say that's my favorite distance.
that's your favorite. Okay, why is it your favorite? What do you like about it?
Because I actually have to train for a marathon,
Yeah,
so I don't get and yeah, and it's I think it's a good segue to what I want to do eventually, which is to run longer distances, and possibly like an Ironman or something.
wow, that's awesome. So you really like do you like the structure, and it sounds like the planning? Do you like that? And pushing yourself and building up progress?
Yes, I like to track my progress. I'm not um, so much driven by it, but I do like to be able to look back and see that I have progressed and that I have put in, and it's indicative of the work that I put in.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Um, I like to have a plan. If I can't just go, oh, I'm going to run a half marathon. Even I need a plan. I like that. So I kind of agree. What's one of your favorite running memories?
It would definitely have to be the SoCal Ragnar that we
Yeah,
did earlier this year. That was by far the best running experience.
give us just a few reasons.
Um, well, it was a chance to like finally meet a lot of the U versus a year runners, and then just be able to see that we planned this big event, and people came from all over the country and took part of it, and the support that we got on Facebook as we were running that weekend, that was pretty amazing. Just to be able to spend time with people that even though I met a lot of them in person already, but to be able to meet all the other runners, that was pretty special.
That's awesome. That's very awesome. People, yeah, and you have two more teams next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kelly and I just registered 2 more teams, and we'll see where it goes. We already started planning, so we got a lot that we learned from last year. So we'll do. I think we'll have a lot even more fun this time around.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be awesome. I know a lot of people are coming also from different areas, different
Yes.
states, so you'll have newer people as well.
Yes, and we have people coming from the UK and possibly even Australia. So that's very exciting. Yes.
That's awesome. That is
Oh, in Canada.
that's very awesome. All right, so this is going to kind of lead me, and you might not have one of these experiences. What is your least favorite running memory? Do you have one where you're just like, oh,
My least favorite was probably be the LA marathon that I did a few years ago, and I that's the it was one of the one that I trained very hard for. I was very excited to run it, and I was expecting to do very well. But then, 10 miles in, I had a asthma attack,
oh my god.
which I didn't know. I didn't know I even had asthma. So it took me 6 hours of just walking the rest of the course to finish, and it was tough, and it was kind of humbling, and I would say it was the worst,
The worst.
running.
But you finished it.
Yeah, I finished it, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. And finding out you have asthma like that, thank goodness you could finish, right? And it wasn't anything worse.
Right, right.
Um, where do you like to run?
Well,
Even though
I
you've
live.
just told us Irvine is the most boring place on the planet, where do you
Yeah,
like to run?
I like to run close to the beach. I would say.
Cool.
Yeah, Irvine's fairly close to Newport Beach, and I also work in Manhattan Beach. So
Okay.
between those two places, those are the places I like.
Now, and do you like to run on a trail or do you like to run on road? Do you have a favorite?
I would say I like both
You like both?
equally.
Yeah. You like hills too, don't you?
Yes.
Just kidding. What is the best piece of running gear you have? Like, what is your favorite?
Best piece of running gear, I would say just my handheld water bottle that I carry with me on longer runs.
Yeah, you're a handheld person. And what's on your longer runs? What's your fuel choice?
My few choice, I would mix my water in with this powder called Tailwind Nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
and I also take these glucose gummies
Oh,
um, every mile or two. Yeah. So those are my go-to nutrition for longer runs.
go to, and that's good. A mile or two. You know what? That's a good suggestion because sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh, it's 45 minutes, and I'm like, I should eat something. But a mile or
Yeah.
two kind of keep you on top of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Um, so shoe tags.
Oh.
What gave you the idea, and how did this just like Evan is awesome shoe tag craze come about?
I think it started when I first joined the Facebook group. I think beginning of last year, and I remember one day Amber Crawford brought up an idea of making these silicone wristband, um, and I thought, well, I can make these shoe tags, and let's make a small batch, send them out, and see how people like them, and that's how it started. Yeah, and the rest is history.
It's, oh my gosh, Evan! Every day, people from all over the world. Your shoe tags bring smiles to many faces. It's very, very thoughtful and cool that you do that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's awesome. Evan is awesome. So the last question was really like, what does how would running sum up? How does running help you, basically? How does running help you as a person? Does it? It might not. What do you like about running?
I think running helps me be more productive in other areas of my life. Because running is, I still don't like running. It doesn't come easy to me. So to be able to force myself to be able to have that kind of discipline to get myself out of the house and run, kind of also help me to be more proactive in other things in it. other areas of my life, and also to know that I was able to finish a full marathon, something that most people um, are intimidated by. That also, kind of gave me the motivation or the confidence to try, things that I probably would have never tried before. So in that sense, I think running changed me for the better, I would say.
So what we're gonna this is gonna be my last question. What is your next run? Like, do you have a next race that you're doing?
So I'm officially signed up for the Phoenix RNR marathon in January.
What? Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so yeah, that's exciting. The marathon?
Full marathon, yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. I'll be there cheering. I'm not gonna run it, but I'll be cheering. Uh, that's fantastic.
So yeah, it'll be exciting to see the Arizona crew
Yeah, we'll be
in their
there.
home turf.
We'll be there. That's true. Well, Evan, I really appreciate you taking the time to answer a few questions. And it was just a pleasure to talk to you and find out a little bit more about you. And yeah, I want to thank you again very much for doing this.
Thanks, Stacy, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome. What I'm going to do is hold on. If you could just hold on just a second, um, I'm going to stop this for a moment. Again, I'm not a professional, and so it takes me a moment.
I have my soda.
Yep. Go ahead, drink your soda. Look at that soda. It's a little it's like Texas tea is what they call that.